1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ABNC show. Regularly scheduled, podcast. My name is Zain Hashmi, and I'm your host this evening. This time, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my partner. Hopefully, for every other episode to come, Josh Sharp. Josh, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing pretty well, man. Glad to be back. I had you here by yourself alone last week,
it was a pretty bad episode.
which wasn't ideal, but hey, I mean,
it wasn't ideal.
How the cookie crumbled.
Literally, I forgot what it was. I forget. You couldn't do it Tuesday, so then we pushed it to Wednesday, and then Wednesday you couldn't do it. So I don't know why, or I don't know how late it was. But then literally, I texted it to the group chat. Can anyone else come on? Literally,
can anybody please?
Literally, I was like alone with please help. But nobody.
I think I listened to the podcast for like last week's episode for 5 minutes, and I just felt so bad, so I just turned it off.
Man, it was terrible. It was terrible. I haven't usually. Sometimes I'll listen back to it just to see, just to improve on some stuff. But I didn't want to touch it. I hate hearing myself.
It was just one of those episodes you're just you know what? I'm not.
Hey, there's always a bad episode of a TV show. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Last week was a pretty bad episode. That's on me. But
actually, that's on me. But
I mean, whatever.
What's done is done. We're moving on. We're having good episodes and stuff. So.
But yeah, usually we cover some news topics, but I want to bring up something that happened yesterday, and this is something I guess funny. So I was just on Instagram, as whenever I'm in my free time, I'm in bed, and I find Josh posted some stuff on his Instagram story, and what he happened to be watching a movie, and that movie happened to be Batman Forever. And he in his story, if you're following him at DCEU News again, if you're following him, you could he's never seen. I don't think you've seen the movie in its entirety, right?
Yeah. I hadn't watched it all the way through, so I figured last night would be the night for me to do that. I don't know why. I mean, okay, I was drinking a little bit, so I was just like, you know what? I was like, I haven't seen Batman Forever. I don't know what. I was watching a YouTube video. I don't remember what the video was, and I think they mentioned Batman Forever in passing, and I was just like, I paused the video and I said to myself, you know what? We're gonna watch Batman Forever. So I grabbed a couple beers. Found it on the internet somewhere. I'm not gonna say whether or not it was legal or not, but I watched it, and it's just that movie. I thought Batman and Robin was the only just awful Batman film that Joel Schumacher made. No, Batman Forever is so bad. There's just so many weird things. There's this one scene where Dick Grayson's, who I'm pretty sure he's 30 years old in this movie. He's doing laundry, but he's taking the socks and swinging them around like nunchucks, and
and Alfred's just watching him what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, dude, I think the only saving grace of that movie was, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was actually Val Kilmer as Batman. He is not as bad as I originally thought he was.
No, he was actually a pretty good Batman.
Yeah, and
why did you do this to yourself is what I'm asking.
Dude, literally, like I said, I had a little liquid courage, and I was just you know what? I just feel like having a really good time. Mm-hmm. So I popped in Batman Forever. Next time I'm going to do it, it's going to be with Batman and Robin. But I've seen the movie just countless times. So.
What'd you think of Riddler and Two-Face?
It was pretty much just a battle to see who could be the most like Joker. And I actually looked it up while I was watching the movie. Apparently Tommy Lee Jones
hated working with Jimmy Carrey.
He literally told you, he was like, I hate you. No, I really don't like you. I find your comedy
terrible.
That's
the and I believe this is probably the day before filming, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they were supposed to film a specific scene together. I think it was the Batcave scene.
When they blow it up.
And he was just he hugged him. He was just oh yeah, Jim Carrey was yeah, I think we should be doing, we should do it like this. And then Tommy Lee Jones was just I hate you.
I hate you.
I genuinely do not like you. I was just Jesus, why does Tommy Lee gotta be an asshole?
It makes no sense.
I found that funny.
And I believe this movie also introduced the Bat Nipples, right? It was this movie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Bat Nipples. And
I thought Bat Nipples, and they mentioned Metropolis.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they mentioned. I'm like, this is the second time that a Joel Schumacher Batman film has hinted at or directly referenced Superman himself, and I'm just
man.
All right,
come on.
But tell you what, though, I'm just gonna randomly start quoting "Surf's Up, Big Kahuna."
Of holy rusted metal, Batman, huh?
Why did he? Okay, so I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and we can actually get on the topics that we're supposed to talk about.
Right.
I am like 99.9% sure in that like small section that they had someone else completely dub over Batman, because he just goes, huh? And then he just goes, Robin, wait. It is not Val Kilmer at all. I don't know who that is. It is just some random person they have dubbing over Batman in these two particular scenes. The most strangest thing I've ever come across in a Batman film, or just any comic book movie.
I gotta ask, what is worse, Batman or Robin, or this?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Batman and Robin, just solely based off Arnold Schwarzenegger and those ice puns.
Mm-hmm.
And
this one also had its fair. This one also had its fair share, or was it just the jokes? My memory's not too fond of Batman Forever.
I just remember. I think the only bad joke I remember is just like the beginning where Batman's just like, "I'll get drive-through" or something.
Oh like yeah, that was this movie. Oh damn. That's not good. Fuck this movie, man.
The movie's something else, man.
I gotta rewatch Batman or Robin, but I'm gonna do that. Not sober. That's for sure.
Oh, you can't watch this movie sober. If you do that, you're doing yourself and the film a disservice by being like coherent.
Yeah, I literally have to be in like the shittiest mood of all time to have the strength to just put on Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but let's get into the actual news story. That was a little nice detour, coming back after a little while. But the X-Men franchise will be taking a bit of a break for a pretty long time, apparently, according to a Marvel Studios producer. And this might have something to do with the fact that, as we covered on last week's episode of the ABNC show, that Dark Phoenix just completely bombed critically and financially. Huge dip second weekend. It's probably.
I think it did worse than we predicted.
Yeah, it's not gonna it's looking unlike it's gonna struggle to make $60 million alone and domestically, which is yeesh. But it seems like what I've been saying, at least for a while. Like I wanted don't expect Disney to rush out new X-Men movies. I think they're gonna want to take their time for a little bit. So, do you have any you saw Dark Phoenix, right?
Yes, I saw Dark Phoenix.
Did you like Dark Phoenix? Well, I think I know what your thoughts, but I guess share.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't like it,
mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's not nearly as bad as the critics are making it out to be. It definitely has its fair share of problems. Like I don't remember the villain's name, like Jessica Chastain.
I don't think she had a name.
I don't remember the race of aliens that they were, because apparently they were originally Skrulls.
They were supposed to be Skrulls.
And then when they went to go reshoot the film, they turned them into the whatever the hell the name is, because I actually do not know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess one thing about the movie that was really good was Magneto. I thought Magneto was at his best in this movie, or at second best. They gave him some really cool scenes, some really fight scenes, like this. There's one particular fight scene. It's the climactic battle where they're on the train
instead of space.
Magneto's just going.
Yeah,
in.
There's a gif going around of that. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I love seeing Michael Fassbender's Magneto, because I feel like he is one of, if not the best part of these whole.
He's been
X-Men Fox.
He's truly been the heart of the first class cast era of X-Men movies. If you really think
I agree with
that.
But I'm not surprised that Marvel's taking a kind of step back from the X-Men. Not only because they want to allow people to kind of quote unquote forget about the Fox X-Men films, because they've been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Marvel already has a lot of things going on. They're about to start shooting Shang-Chi. They have Black Widow shooting. They have
Eternals.
All of these, the Eternals. They have all of these, these characters that they're supposed to be, introducing into the MCU, which we exclusively dropped on MediaBuy.com. Make sure you check that out.
Link will be in the description.
It's good.
It's good.
So I'm honestly, this doesn't really surprise me. I honestly think we'll most likely see the Fantastic Four way before we see the X-Men in the MCU.
Right, and I actually covered last week that Marvel is looking to actually get Fantastic Four before the X-Men, way before the X-Men.
Yeah, so It's gonna suck because I want to see like an accurate representation of Cyclops or Iceman. I'm a huge Iceman fan. I feel like Iceman doesn't get any love, and he got no love in the Fox films, which sucks.
I'm a big Cyclops guy, but they completely botched him in both series. Even in Dark Phoenix, where I feel like he should have stood out a little bit more, nothing. Absolutely
what really bothers me about Dark Phoenix, and I think it bothers a lot of people, or just about the X-Men in general from Fox, why in the world are they just so afraid of giving them their comic accurate costumes? And they had them at the end of Apocalypse.
They had them. They got them. Why would they go back to the yellow and black?
I don't, man. This is annoying.
Like I love
since like they gave like Cyclops like the sash and everything, dude.
Yeah,
like that was like the most comic accurate like Cyclops costume, and they just
throw it away. No, literally, the continuity is so messed up on this thing. Like, okay, so Dark Phoenix. In Dark Phoenix, Jean gets her powers from the alien cosmic space fart cloud or whatever during the space mission, right? But Apocalypse, which takes place 10 years before this, sets up the fact that she had the Phoenix all along.
Yep, so, she uses it to destroy Apocalypse.
Yeah, so like, what the fuck was this? Like, there's no, like, they're like, oh, here you go, and it's the same writer too. Makes no goddamn sense, but
honestly, like, I'm not trying to like badmouth anybody or anything like that, but like, I feel like Simon Kinberg had no right to direct this film.
It should have been, yeah. Like, if he had done like a movie before this, like a smaller movie or something, this is his first directorial debut, essentially. Like,
and it'll most likely be his last.
Most likely, no. He's actually heading up another movie for Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
They might rethink that once they look at the return for Dark Phoenix. Like,
I don't know if that's on in terms of the box office. I don't know if that's on him. I mean, the quality for sure is probably on him, but I don't know. I just feel like this movie was just doomed from the start, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, apparently, like, the people are dubbing it the Kinberg cut. Exists, where like they filmed the movie and they had the Skrulls as the antagonists,
and the third act was going to be in space.
Yeah, and then once they reshot everything, a lot of that stuff got left on the cutting room floor, and they had to, replace with something completely different. So, I mean, maybe his original cut wasn't as bad, but because of the Disney merger, he had to change stuff. So, I mean, maybe it's not really his fault that the movie is butt.
I will say this on the matter, without going into details, I will say what we got now is better, though not by much. Is better than what we were gonna get before the reshoots. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
We're gonna have to have a little discussion after this.
That's all I could say. That's literally all I could. There's a reason why these reshoots took place. What the fuck? Whoa, my Alexa speaker just went off. That was scary.
Alexa, play Ocean to Ocean by Pitbull.
No, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Pitbull should sponsor us just for us even mentioning that song.
Yeah, I think we talked about that on the very first episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Pitbull or Ocean to Ocean?
Or Ocean to Ocean. Oh, both, I think. That's got to be the new soundtrack in our intro.
I'll never be on this thing again, ever.
Let's do it. Let's do it. No, okay. So, do you think X-Men taking a break is a good idea overall?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, give the team room to, I don't know, just breathe.
Yeah.
I feel like people are kind of. I think another reason why Dark Phoenix kind of flopped is people are just kind of tired of seeing the same thing, because you essentially know what to expect at this point with the X-Men films. When it comes to Marvel, when Marvel finally decides to do an X-Men film, like, you're gonna be like, it's gonna be like one of the most like anticipated films of like a while.
It's
because
really,
Marvel has such a great track record of making like really solid comic book films. So I mean,
100% agree. Like I said, I think they're gonna get to Fantastic Four clearly before the X-Men, and I think that's actually not a bad idea considering we haven't really gotten a great Fantastic Four movie.
We've had a decent one.
Well, yeah, the 2005 one is okay, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen it since since I was a kid.
That's like a guilty pleasure film of mine. I don't know why.
It's not bad. It's not terrible. I mean, it's fine. But Silver Surfer is not as great.
Yo, what if they bring back Chris Evans and he just plays Human Torch?
He just plays Human Torch. Didn't he play? Oh no, yeah, he played. Who played Silver Surfer? It was somebody from.
I don't know who the who the
No, not the body, the
was,
voice, the voice.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, right? Yeah. That was a good.
Lawrence Fishburne.
He was cool in
Lawrence
that
Fishburne
movie.
did the voice.
He was cool in that movie. I love Silver Surfer in that movie, but not the movie itself.
I don't really remember, but the only thing I really remember about
Silver Galactus was a cloud too in that movie.
He was a fart cloud, and I remember Silver Surfer like I don't know, like absorbing a missile or something like that. I don't really know.
And like he died, but like the post credit scene was he was dead.
The board like moving.
The board moving. Like you ain't getting a third one. And we don't have to bring up. But you thought, and we don't have to mention Fan Four Stick at all.
I'm sorry, what?
We don't have to mention Fan Four Stick.
What is that?
Yeah, next topic. So, this is kind of a big deal in terms of the business side of Hollywood. J.J. Abrams' production company has closed a $500 million deal with Warner Brothers. Now, it's a big number, man. I mean, like, just give me a small fraction, I'll be happy for life.
Bro, that's a lot. Do you know how many fucking Wendy's double stacks you could buy with that?
Ah, fuck. Damn. $500 million is a lot. But I know it's not Abrams himself, it's his company, but you know Abrams getting a big share of that. But
yeah.
So that means his Bad Robot Company, which they produced some of the recent Mission Impossible movies, the recent Star Trek movies, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and the upcoming Star Wars Episode 9.
Cloverfield.
They might have done some other stuff, but I can't remember on the top of my head. But they were at Paramount for a while. Fringe, yeah, and Lost, I believe, right?
Lost, yep.
Yes, and so now they're going to be at Warner Brothers for $500 million. For the foreseeable future, they're going to be at Warner Brothers. Now, this has left some people to speculate, what could this mean for the DCEU? Could Warner Bros. Be priming J.J. Abrams to direct a DC movie, perhaps? Like this is all pure speculation. This is like the deal's closed, but we're just fantasizing about what could be, not what's gonna happen, but like what could be. But do you think if you were Warner Bros. And you have J.J. Abrams, a man who's made $1 billion or $2 billion for Disney with Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and is probably gonna make billions with Episode 9? Who has like produced the Mission Impossible movies, who have made money for Paramount? Do you think Warner Brothers would want J.J. Abrams on a DC movie like right now? And
absolutely. I mean, like his track record alone would make him an ideal candidate to take on any kind of DC project. Like literally, just give him the pick of the lot, kind of like what they did with I think it was James Gunn. They were just like, yeah, you can kind of just like pick whoever, and then he was just like, yeah, I want the Suicide Squad. Like.
Right.
J.J. Abrams
Carte
is the
blanche,
freaking man.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And like, I can't say anything, but literally based off what I've heard, this is going to be massive for like DC films in general.
Mm-hmm.
And also I think this is something that people have mentioned before. J.J. Abrams is also really good friends with Zack Snyder.
And Matt Reeves.
And what is the one thing that people have been clamoring to get from Warner Brothers is the freaking Snyder cut. So I mean, the fact that they just hired one of his best friends and people want to see his cut, and I'm pretty sure JJ would want to honor his friend by making sure that his version of that film got out, even if it was like put on like a streaming service or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The possibility of that cut getting released now is. I'm not saying it's happening or happening anytime soon, but the chances of it happening just increase by them acquiring J.J. Abrams.
Right. He's established a very close relationship with Matt Reeves too. Like they've been childhood friends. Matt Reeves, who's of course helping the Batman.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, they're childhood friends, and Matt Reeves directed Cloverfield, which was produced by Abrams.
Oh yeah, Matt Reeves did work on that film. Yeah, I don't remember that because I remember watching like
they're really close. They are childhood friends, Matt Reeves and Jim Abrams.
I remember watching a documentary or like a making of for Cloverfield because I actually really liked that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually the first found footage film I ever saw.
It was pretty great too. Cloverfield.
Yeah. And I remember seeing like this dude, and I was just like, man, he looks familiar. I was like, wait a second, I was like, that's freaking Matt Reeves. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think one of the stipulations of him actually signing with Warner Brothers was him wanting to kind of like play in the whole DC universe.
Right.
So he has plans, he has ideas. He's worked with Warner Brothers in the past. He was gonna direct a Superman film called Superman Flyby before they scrapped that and went with I think Man of Steel. I think Zack Snyder then pitched Man of Steel to them, and that's when they decided to go with that project. With
if you've ever read the script for Superman Flyby, you could see why they didn't make it.
I haven't read it myself, but I've heard that it is ambitious. It is weird. Apparently, I believe Krypton is still around.
Yeah,
stuff
McG
like that.
was gonna direct it. J.J. Abrams only wrote it because J.J. Abrams was not like as big as he is now. He was like merely like at the time he only did Fringe and Lost.
Yeah, I think the reason why he wasn't going to direct it was because he was getting ready to direct Mission Impossible 3.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be directed by McG.
Who the hell is McG? I've never heard of that person before.
He did Charlie's Angels. Hang on, I'm gonna.
Oh God! Not off to a good start. I see.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull. Terminator.
G.
Terminator. No, MCG. That's it. Just McG.
Wow. So like Mick Hammer, MC Hammer. I just said Mick Hammer. Somebody kill me.
He did Terminator Salvation, The Babysitter.
This Means War. I went on a double date with that. See, This Means. Oh God, I'm so happy this did not happen. He directed The Duff.
Oh, he did wait, did he?
Yeah, I guess so. It's here. The Duff, 30 Days to Kill, We Are Marshall, Rim of the World.
He's a producer on this. I'm talking about director. Meaning. Director. Oh yeah, no, he did do We Are Marshall. Shit.
Gross.
I like We Are Marshall. Yeah,
he does not have the best track record.
Does not
at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, no. I'm glad this didn't happen. But like I said, I am excited that J.J. Abrams has joined the Warner Brothers family, and that means that he's going to work on a DC property again. It's.
What do you think? Do you think it could be another? Do you think it could be a Man of Steel 2 or just a Superman movie in general?
You know what I want it to be?
What's up?
I want him to work on Green Lantern.
That's what a lot of people say because like, he's done space.
Well, I mean, yes, but I just feel like the way he, and I'm not talking about just because of like Star Wars or something like that.
Right.
I just feel like, I don't know, like I just feel like his mind lends well to space ish stuff because I really like the Star Trek reboot. I really
like both of them, Into Darkness and the 2009 version.
The third one sucks.
Third one's not bad.
I don't like. I've seen it once and I have no aspiration to see it again. But yeah, I just think J.J. Abrams would do a really good job with Green Lantern Corps. I know for a fact that they're still working on that film. That's something that they really want to get done. Mm-hmm. And we should be hearing some sort of update at next year's Comic-Con.
Not this year's Comic-Con.
Yeah, because I don't know, Warner Brothers decided to just not.
I really wish I had you on last episode, but that's exactly what I talked about last week.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about that, but I understand it, so I'm not like super like butthurt or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't work on Green Lantern, I'd be fine with him doing something Superman related, just as long as you get Henry Cavill back. I think J.J. Abrams loves Henry Cavill, whatever you want to say. So I hope and pray that this means that Cavill can finally get a new contract. Please, JJ, if you're listening, make that like your number one priority. Get Henry Cavill a new contract. We don't want him to go. He doesn't want to go. Just make the shit happen. We want Man of Steel 2. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's go.
I think
let's get it.
It'd be somewhat poetic if JJ were to do something like Superman because, he was writing a Superman movie back in the day. Mm. I don't know. I could kind of see JJ maybe doing The Flash. I don't know. Like, it just seems...
Flash already has two. The Flash already has the...
Oh, yeah, that's true. I kind of forgot about that. I don't know. Maybe a like a not a sequel, but like a new Justice League quote unquote reboot, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to be different. Like I know a lot of people want him for Green Lantern or something, but I don't know. It's I don't know. Whatever whatever you put him on, if they're gonna put him on a DC movie, I'm happy regardless. JJ's track record is pretty solid. I think like his worst film is Super 8. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh wait, you don't like Super 8?
No, I'm saying it's his worst film, and Super 8 itself is just okay. And that's to me that's his worst film, and it's just okay. So that's a pretty solid track record still.
Okay, well, it says, what's your favorite J.J. Abrams film?
My favorite J.J. Abrams film, probably Star Trek 2009.
Really?
Probably. Is there another one he did? He did Into Darkness. I really like The Force Awakens. Mission Impossible 3 was pretty good. Let's see. I'm sure Star Wars Episode 9 is going to be pretty good. Super 8 was okay. He directed an episode of The Office. I did not know that. I think my favorite would probably be either Star Trek 1 or Star Trek 2. I mean, I like all of his...
I'll say probably my favorite JJ film was most likely Mission Impossible 3. I really like that.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Yeah.
But I found the Mission Impossible 4 to be a bit better than that, though.
Ghost Protocol?
Yeah. But that's a
different... Yeah, no, actually, I think Mission Impossible 3 was the first one that I really paid attention to.
I think for me it was number 4, because like there was that, like the entire marketing gimmick was him, or not gimmick, but like the strategy was Tom Cruise climbing the tallest building in the world and all that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and look, Mom, no CG.
No CG. No, that is actually him, just on wires. Essentially, the wires just got CGI'd out. But I would never do that in a million years.
No, what is that building called again?
The Burj Khalifa, I think.
I don't know. It's big as fuck.
It's the tallest building in the world, and he climbed it. Thank you, Tom Cruise. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Thanks,
Tom. This was kind of a given, but it's officially confirmed. Todd Phillips, the director of the upcoming Joker film, confirmed on social media that the movie will indeed be rated R. I mean, this was kind of a given. I mean, just by the trailers, it kind of gave off that vibe. We assumed it was going to be rated R. But Todd Phillips posted a picture, I guess a couple of days ago, of Joaquin Phoenix's character putting on makeup in the mirror, and somebody in the comments asked, "Oh, what's the MPAA rating?" And he says, "It's rated R." I thought everybody knew that already. So, are we surprised by the fact that it's rated R?
No, not really. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna do a character like the Joker justice in a solo film, you have to be rated R.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a literal psychopath. He kills because he wants to. He kills because it's fun. He causes chaos just because, I don't know, it's Monday, and I feel like causing some bullshit today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if you're gonna do the Joker right, you can't really tame him down or water him down for a PG-13 rating. Now, what they could have done if they wanted to, still have a wider audience, because now that it's rated R, you can't have kids that are like under 17 going. They can just do a PG-13 cut for theatrical, and then when it comes to the Blu-ray, make a unrated rated R cut, whatever you want to do. But I'm glad they're not doing that just so they can make more money. They're doing it because the story calls for it.
But also, like based on what this movie is going for, anyways, even the trailers themselves made it look like it's not your standard comic book movie. Like, it just kind of felt artsy and everything. Like, it was kind of already going for a much smaller audience, regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Not your average comic book movie goer. So why not take that limited audience and just freaking go bananas with your movie?
Yeah, it kind of has this psychological thriller vibe to it, sort of.
Right.
And I know we've only gotten one trailer, but the movie just looks beautifully shot. I know it has nothing to do with the rating or anything like that, but I just want to point that out because it just looks really good. But
we got only 4 months to go.
Yeah, I mean, October, right?
October. I'm so excited for this movie.
Oh, I'm going opening night. I understand that there are some leaks out there that have supposedly been talking about the film's plot and the twists and stuff like that, but I'm kind of staying away from that because I want to go in this movie with the freshest eyes as possible.
Also,
I'm kind of treating this like I did with Avengers Endgame. I'm staying away from everything because I don't want anything to taint my view of the movie. So
yeah, but
I'm super stoked.
like Todd Phillips has already said, like somebody in the comments is like, Joker, falls in acid and all that, and that's how he gets his powers. And then Todd Phillips replied back to him like, you might not want to go see this movie then. Like, it's just it's flat out a different interpretation of everything. It's just.
And see, the thing is, I like that. I understand that like people want to see like the comic accurate or quote unquote comic accurate origin of the Joker on the big screen, and that's all well and good. If that's the route that they were going for this movie, you best believe that I would be there day one. But the thing about different filmmakers and different like directors and comic artists and all these people doing different interpretations of the character is we get something fresh. It doesn't have to be the same thing over and over and over again. If you want to see that origin, you can read The Killing Joke or watch the animated film,
or you can watch Batman '89,
or watch Batman '89, or hell, watch some of the episodes from Gotham because they did the exact same thing.
I feel like if this type of genre, the superhero genre or comic book movie genre, is going to survive, you have to take risks. Like Deadpool was a big risk. We're hoping New Mutants is a big risk.
If we ever get that movie.
If we ever get that movie. Logan was a big risk. All these like studios are, and they're doing it now. Obviously, they want this genre to succeed because it's bringing in the big bucks. If you just start doing the same thing over and over and over again, people will just start skipping. You got to do something unique and different.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you 100% on that. I'm so excited for this movie, man. I think Joaquin Phoenix is gonna kill it.
Right.
You've got Robert freaking De Niro, which is crazy. Robert De Niro's in a comic book movie.
I'm more excited. Is it weird? I'm more excited. I'm excited for De Niro's too. But the man I'm most curious to see, Mark Maron. I don't know if you know Mark Maron, but Mark Maron is in this movie. I'm excited. He was in Glow.
Oh.
And he was in. Do you watch Glow on Netflix?
Glow?
Yeah, the show on Netflix.
I've heard of it from a friend of mine who said it's good, but I haven't watched it myself. It's not really something I'm interested in.
But he's a great podcast host as well. He's in this movie. I am so excited for this movie. But like even though, look, I have my trepidations. Like I said, in my eyes, Todd Phillips hasn't made a good movie since The Hangover, which was 10 years ago. But I'm holding out hope, really holding out hope that this movie is just great. I want this movie to be great. And I'm flat out excited. I'm going to go opening night for this movie.
I wonder how many actual killings by the Joker that we'll see, because this seems more like a character piece. Like it's diving into the psyche of Alec Fleck. It's not going to be like.
Is it Alec or I thought it was Arthur?
Arthur? Is it Arthur? Why did I say Alec? What the hell? I'm thinking of Swamp Thing. Okay, I'm so sorry. Fuck.
I thought it was Arthur. No, I'm pretty sure it was Arthur.
No, you're right. No, it's Arthur Fleck. I was thinking about Swamp Thing because DC canceled Swamp Thing because.
Oh, we talked about that last week, or I talked about it last week.
Damn. So mad about that. Anyway, Arthur Fleck. I think we're just gonna be diving into the psyche of Arthur Fleck, like what makes him tick, why he is just so on edge all the time. Like I hope we get to see him like murder some people.
Oh, I know for a fact that he's gonna kill somebody in this movie. At least a lot of people in this movie. It's the Joker.
I would prefer at least 10 to 15 killings, nice and bloody.
I think he's gonna get his hands dirty. I think it's safe to say that it's the Joker.
Oh yeah, you mean you have to. So I just hope that like they're not like. Even though it's rated R, they don't do he's gonna slash somebody and they cut away. Like, nah, show that. Show it. How twisted and how just damaged this dude is. You can show the Joker is damaged without having the word damage tattooed on his freaking forehead.
I agree.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, but this movie's just gonna completely. I think in terms of the character itself, just knock it out of the park. Let's see if the rest of the movie holds through. But yeah, it's rated R. Bring it on. What I'm the most nervous about, the one thing I'm very nervous about for this movie, if you remember 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, if you remember the movie It came out, the one with Pennywise and all that, there was all these, at least in the South here at least, there was all these clown outbreaks. Like clowns.
Oh, dude, I remember that.
They're gonna be back.
like specifically went out like during like at night looking for clowns.
No, here's
because
the
we thought it was funny.
yeah. Here's the scary thing. My friend who went to Georgia Southern at the time 2 years ago, like he opened his window, right, and like his window's always open, actually not always open, but like the blinds were open, and he saw a clown just standing there, like straight up, and he started like he straight up called the cops. Like this clown was holding just a crowbar. And like he was just moving around the parking lot. He was, I don't know.
At least he's how fitting for him to use a crowbar though.
Yeah,
that was nice.
It's nice
Comic
to
accurate.
just use a crowbar. But I remember like I was coming back from somewhere. I forgot, but I was passing by the movie theater when it opened, and like 15 cops were there. There wasn't a shooting or anything. They were just all standing there, making sure.
All them weird ass people and like those weird ass dudes in clown costumes. I haven't seen any like clowns like personally, but I know friends who have. Like one of my friends like walking out of a Walmart and there was just like 4 clowns in the parking lot. And I was
jeez, that's fucking nerve-wracking.
That's nutty, dude.
What's
like,
gonna be? Yeah, no, go ahead.
I hope we don't have like another clown-esque outbreak out here. Why are people down here so freaking stupid?
It's so stupid. What's worse is that not only do we have this Joker movie coming out, the month before we got It Chapter 2.
Do you think we're gonna? I'm just gonna ask this, and then we can get move on. Do you think we're gonna get another round of this clown crap?
I think bigger, for sure. For sure. I'm boarding up my doors. I'm boarding up my windows when that season hits. It's like
the clown apocalypse.
I'm loading up my gun. Like I'm not playing with these fucking clowns, man. I
bought a sword.
You bought a sword. You got,
so that should be good.
And you got a lightsaber too, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, but I don't know where the actual blade is. I lost it.
Ah, damn it, we're fucked.
I got a sword though, and then I'm going to a convention next month with a buddy of mine, with Nathan. So I'm just gonna buy another sword or just another lightsaber, and we're just gonna be dueling out here.
Just fuck
clowns, bro.
Oh my god, this.
Hell yeah!
Look, like that's the one thing I'm worried about for this movie. So those fucking clowns better not be outside the theater, like when I'm going to see the movie.
Oh, dude, what if like there's no clowns there, and then like as you're walking to your car, just like 4 clowns, just 4 or 5.
Fuck no!
Chasing you to the car.
No. God, I cannot think of.
Like, hey, did you like the movie? Hey.
Fuck no! Like just random cosplayers, like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. That would still creep me out because I wouldn't know what the fuck's going on. I'd probably accidentally punch one. To be honest, like
nothing wrong with that, bro. That's self-defense.
I forgot what movie. I think it might have been Suicide Squad. I remember. I went opening night to Suicide Squad, and it was like, it wasn't opening night. I don't know, but I went very late that night to go see the movie with a bunch of my friends, and there was a bunch of people dressed up, and we were heading back to our car, and like I went to my car, and right when I reached my car, some dude behind me accidentally nudged me. And I looked behind and the dude was wearing like full on Joker makeup. He said, sorry about that, but I got so scared I threw up my fist like, oh my god.
Bro, I would have on-sighted his ass. I wouldn't even waited for him to say anything. I would have been just throwing fists. Throwing him. No.
Like I had my fist ready, almost at his face. He's like, whoa man, chill. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sorry.
Why would you mush me like that, dude?
No, like I don't know if I accidentally hit him or if he accidentally hit me, but I wasn't paying attention. I was just on my phone, almost about to reach my car. But like for a split second, I almost like fucking hit a guy.
Deck some random
dude who was just there to see the movie. But like, damn, there's gonna be some sort of clown outbreak this fall. But we're not ready. We're not ready for that.
Stay on your guard when you go to the movies because people out here dressing like freaking clowns.
I don't know. Is this like across the entire United States or is this just a thing in the South?
I don't know. I mean, I'd only heard about. No, actually, no. I think it was like a national thing.
National thing.
Yeah, I think it was a national thing. I don't think it was just here. I think we got the crazy ones. Like I remember watching when Vine was still a thing.
R.I.P. Vine.
Like, yeah, R.I.P. Vine. There was like dudes like chainsaws and like machetes, like real crazies out here. Like I don't know, man.
Fuck the South.
It got nutty.
And it's about to get even nuttier. I think it's gonna be even nuttier this time. Fuck. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the next topic. So, on Father's Day, what's his face? Batman vs Superman director Zack Snyder. I forgot his name for a second. I'm sorry. Released an image, an official image of what Darkseid was going to look like in his original cut for Justice League. Now the image I have here is a comparison of what we actually got. The top image, Steppenwolf, and the bottom image is Darkseid. Now all you could tell is that they just swapped the two out. But if you look at the
literally a complete swap,
for whatever reason. But that's who Darkseid was gonna look like. He has a giant spear in his hand. He's pretty decked, no shirt, man skirt, boots. Boots.
Those are some nice looking boots, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty nice looking boots. I got the image right here.
I mean, like it's like super low quality, but hey, I mean,
it's something.
That's actually one thing that I mentioned either like on my page or I mentioned in the group chat. I was just like, man, I really wish Zack Snyder would have uploaded a like high quality image because you can't really see anything from that.
Yeah.
Like we know like that's Darkseid based on the caption, but apparently like that's not really Darkseid. It's like what he was before he was Darkseid.
Like to be fair, this war took place. This war took place years ago. Is at least in the movie that's what they said. Like
his name's like Yaxis or Uaxis.
Uaxis or something. That's just according to Alex, who's a good friend of the show. It said that's his name and that's his actual name, his birth name.
Uaxis.
Uaxis.
I need to hear the way it's said.
You gotta put it through Google Translate. Let's see what.
I don't know, but keep talking.
Yeah, but as you can see in this comparison, all they did was swap it out. And I think it looks fine. I mean, we're just reminded of what we could have gotten, essentially. But I'm not. I mean, it does suck that we didn't get to see this, and it is what it is. But I mean, I thought the design looks pretty cool. Like obviously it's in the past, so Darkseid's not gonna have like fully fledged armor yet. It's like ripping that dad bod, everything.
Euxis. That's it.
Oh, that's how it says.
Euxis. There you go. That's like what Darkseid was before. But according to the way that Alex described it, Euxis was what Darkseid was before he got his powers. He looked like all the other new gods.
Right, like his birth name, like his
Yeah, that was his name. And then I don't remember what exactly happens, but he like becomes the Darkseid that we know today.
Mm-hmm.
So like what we see in that image is him before he becomes Darkseid, really.
Right.
But I mean, like he's got like this whole like Egyptian thing going on. Like he's like topless and stuff.
Yeah, and he's got like the iconic like helmet.
Yeah, like. Oh, man, dude, like I wish we could get like a little bit of a clearer image because
it's pretty low res. That's why I included the image that I have on the screen here. But
you can't see his like his face, you can't see his eyes, you can't see anything like that. But I mean, we know it's Darkseid because that's what he said. But like, dude, like Darkseid was in that history lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? I mean, I understand why they would take that out, but damn it, damn it,
it's just
we were so close to getting a Darkseid.
We might be getting a Darkseid in New Gods, maybe.
Yeah, because the rumored plot for New Gods is like Big Barda and
Mr. Miracle
Man.
What?
What the fuck?
Did I just say Mr.
Miracle Man? Dude, I didn't realize how tired I was until I said fucking Miracle Man.
Mr.
Oh my
Miracle.
God. Yeah, Alex is gonna kill me for that.
Right. You better hope Alex doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, Mr. Miracle and Big Barda are like trying to get away from Darkseid, and then they just hired Tom King, who's been working on the Mr. Miracle book and has won awards for that book. Like he's working on the movie, like the New Gods movie, so like that's gonna be super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think it just kind of sucks that we won't get to see this version of Darkseid because I feel like if there's one DC villain that Zack Snyder would know how to knock out of the park, it'd be Darkseid.
Oh yeah,
because Darkseid has no rules.
He has no rules. He's like this ultimate killing machine, but it has like a code. He's like literally he's the biggest bad in the DC universe.
He's basically he is the ultimate big bad, and he has goals. Like he's searching for the anti-life equation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like, oh my God. I just want to know what like his full Darkseid design looks like. I'm talking like Omega Beam designs and everything,
and the outfit, the blue
and like
outfit.
Maybe, yeah, the outfit, like and maybe with J.J. Abrams kind of being on board now with Warner Brothers, maybe we'll get something
Fingers
cool,
crossed.
something with maybe something with the Warner Media like streaming launch. Like that'd be cool. Just man, I've been saying it for about 2 years now, but we were freaking robbed, and this image is the perfect synopsis of that like statement.
Right.
It's just like, look, this we almost got that.
And what's so lazy is that they just swapped out like the characters.
Yeah, literally just swap Steppenwolf or swaps Darkseid for Steppenwolf.
It's the same exact shot.
So I wonder if it was like even like the scenes when he's fighting like the old gods like Zeus and stuff. I wonder if like they were actually fighting Darkseid.
Maybe it was both of them.
I think that's possible.
I like to think it was both of them because like what it was originally going to be was that Steppenwolf was essentially like a slave. Well, at least in the comics, Steppenwolf was essentially a slave to Darkseid. He was the leader of the parademons. So I think Steppenwolf was. I mean, this is just like what I think. I think Steppenwolf was always there, but Darkseid was the one actually leading the cause, like leading the battle from his side of things. That's what I think.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, we miss so much with this movie, and like part of me understands why Warner Brothers cut some stuff out and why they decided to not include Darkseid or include like a lot of the scenes that set up a second Justice League film, because I think Warner Brothers knew that like once this Justice League movie came out that they wouldn't be able to go back to this. Because I mean I've been told like Warner Brothers is a very reactionary studio. Like, as soon as something negative happens, they're like clamming around and like running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads chopped off, trying to figure out a way to please everybody. Which is, I mean, I don't work in a movie studio, but that's like one thing you shouldn't do, really, for anything. Whether you're working in the music industry, Hollywood, whether you're a cook or whether you don't have to please everybody. And I feel like that's one thing that Warner Brothers really tried to do, because they wanted a Warner Brothers Avengers film, and you saw what happened with that.
Yeah, this is all just like a big like what could have but didn't.
Yeah,
and
it sucks.
It does suck. Yeah,
it sucks. I mean, but like, there's really no use like crying over spilled milk at this point. It's over. It's been 2 years since that movie came out. Has it really been 2 years? Jesus.
I think November
2017, right?
Yeah, 2017, November 2017.
Yeah, I mean, like it's over and done with. There's really no point in I guess dwelling on it. I think it's really cool that Zack Snyder's kind of like showing us what could have been. I think it's really cool, and maybe we'll get some sort of extended like director's cut within the next couple of years. But I mean, like if we don't, life will go on. We're still getting like really awesome DC movies. We're most likely going to be seeing a Darkseid within the next 2.5 years.
Possibly.
So, I mean,
question.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Question. And before we move on to the next topic, but quick question. Yeah. Do you think Warner Brothers probably, not the big, but to get some DC fans in on the Warner Brothers streaming service, they're going to announce all this stuff, but for one thing for DC fans, Justice League, they wouldn't call it the Snyder Cut or whatever. They'd just call it Justice League Extended Edition. Do you think that's possible?
Wait, so what are you asking? Are you saying would they put it on the DC?
Do you think to Warner Bros. To appeal to like the hardcore DC fans or who know of this stuff, like who are like on the release the Snyder Cut campaign, do you think as like a strategy to reel those subscribers in, they will announce, hey, we got an extended edition of Justice League coming to our streaming service exclusively? Do you think they would do something like that?
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, they're a studio. Studios love money, and they know for a fact that if they did it, they would rake in a ridiculous amount of money because people would pay like a $15 subscription just to watch that movie. Because Zack Snyder has fans that are that like devoted to him and to that cut.
Right.
I mean, you've got people that are out here that are literally making full versions of that movie that are more in line, that are trying to be more in line with what Zack Snyder originally had in mind.
You have like fucking planes like just flying throughout LA with the sign that says
release the Snyder cut. Like Warner Brothers is gonna look up at the sky and be like, man, you know what? I think we should just go ahead and do it, bro. That plane really got me, man. Like, no.
If you follow the Warner Brothers home entertainment Twitter account, they were posting like some pictures from The Hangover celebrating 10 years, and all you see in the replies down below, release the Snyder Cut.
It's literally nothing but release the Snyder Cut and save Swamp Thing.
Save Swamp Thing and release the Snyder Cut. So I think just
by the way, y'all should save Swamp Thing. So I'll leave that.
Haven't seen it yet, but I'll get to it maybe.
It's good, dude. If you wait, so you like Doom Patrol, right?
Yeah, I did. I finally got around to watching it. It's really good.
Then you would like die.
No, I know I'm gonna like Swamp Thing. I just know it. I'm just worried the ending would be botched because of what we've heard about. Like, it was gonna be 13 episodes, but now it's 10.
Yeah.
And like throughout all this drama, but like I said, I'm probably gonna watch it when the season's done. So that's what I did for Doom Patrol. I was just kind of waiting for it to finish. Mm-hmm. Like, I like to binge my shows. I'm not a big fan of the weekly thing.
I think I mentioned this to you before, but like I can't binge shows anymore. I just can't. I don't have enough time. I'm tired all the time.
Yeah, I am tired all the time.
I work.
Yeah.
I have problems.
We all have problems.
So I can't really.
I think I prefer binging because like sometimes like the next week I'll be like, okay, so what kind of happened? Even if there was like a section previously on so and so, I just prefer to binge. It's like kind of like
you want to be fully submerged in the story and like the world and stuff. You
exactly.
Pulled out of it. I understand that.
Yeah. So good luck, freaking Justice League Snyder Cut lovers. It's coming. Maybe. Never.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. But let's get into the next topic. Zachary Levi, who of course just had the hit Shazam come out this past April, and he's been talking a little bit about the sequel to Shazam, right now just called Shazam 2. And he said it's maybe looking to film sometime next year, at the earliest either spring or summer of next year. So that's left a lot of people to speculate to the fact that that the movie could release sometime fall 2021. So that means the movie wasn't a bomb after all, like some people were saying.
I look at that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, a movie that made 300, 400, I forgot what the final total was, on a relatively smaller budget, was considered a flop. Yeah, it was considered a flop, and they're making a sequel to a flop. But and they're making a spin-off to a flop.
Yeah, right, man.
Yeah.
What a box office failure, right?
Yeah, it's such a big disappointment for the studio, Yeah,
they're fast tracking a sequel, man.
Yeah, it sucks,
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I look. In all seriousness, this is. I love this news. I think Shazam is probably the best DCEU movie yet. Like, I absolutely adored this movie. Like, I just saw it again a couple weeks ago. It's great. It really is great. And I'm actually hoping they start filming sooner rather than later because those kids aren't going to stay kids forever. But yeah, this is still pretty exciting news, and I hope I don't know if it's confirmed if they're going to bring back the director of who did the first Shazam. I'm forgetting his name.
David Sandberg.
I hope they bring that back. They got the same screenwriter who just did the first one, so I think it's a safe guarantee that Sandberg can come back for this one. I don't know if the negotiations have happened yet, but probably soon we'll hear something. But this is nothing but great news.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked about it. Shazam is I've kind of thought about it. Shazam is the only DC movie that I bought a ticket, watched the movie, went back out into the lobby, bought another ticket, and then went back in for round 2. That's the only film in general that I've done that with. I had that much fun with Shazam.
It's so fun. I really love this.
Anybody who knows me knows that I love really dark, gritty films. Like, I love Batman v Superman. I love The Dark Knight. Like, I love films like that. Mm-hmm. But Shazam was just so fresh when it comes to just DC in general, especially since you had Aquaman a few months prior, which was a new kind of vibe for DC, which was more like this fantastical kind of fantasy world.
And this is more of like a small family film, essentially.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word small.
Well, like smaller.
Wait, are you talking about small with Shazam being a small family film? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Aquaman.
Oh no. Aquaman's fucking spectacle or whatever. But
yeah. Well, Aquaman, you get like this, this fantastical, like sci-fi kind of vibe, and
grand scale, epic.
Something akin to like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or something like that, and then you kind of go a few months later to a lower budget film that is more about like family, about someone trying to find themselves and figure out how to grow up in a world without like their mother or something like that, and being accepted by people that actually love them. Like that's great. I love it. Like, and like it was a perfect amount of comedy, heart, the chemistry between Billy Batson and Freddie. Zachary Levi just killed it. Like, I want to see as much of this world, of this universe, as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And
like they're finally doing movement on Black Adam as well. So
Black Adam.
They're building up the universe
next year.
Yeah.
So
is it next year?
I mean, yeah. No, yeah, they're filming next year.
Oh, I did not know that.
The Rock is like, we're aiming for a 2020 shoot date. I mean, they've got a script that's being worked on right now. They have a director. And they're pretty much ready to go at this point.
Yeah. So they're building off a universe based on the flop. So what's it matter?
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's pretty much dead on arrival at this point.
Such a dead movie, man.
But yeah, what I'm expecting for the sequel, I think we'll probably end up getting Mr. Mind, that weird worm thing, as the main villain. I don't know how that's gonna work, because I don't know how it's gonna work
either. But I'm gonna be there opening night. I don't care if he's gonna fight.
And then we'll get like a Shazam tease for the third film of him facing off against Black Adam.
I thought you said a tease for Shazam and Shazam 2.
What? Is that what I just said?
You said, yeah, hopefully at the end of that one they're going to tease Shazam.
Okay, well, I meant to say at the end of Shazam 2 they're going to
tease.
Oh, I know. I think I did say that right. Yes, at the end of Shazam 2 they're going to tease Shazam facing off with Black Adam.
Oh, maybe I just heard that wrong then, but I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I'm tired. I'm eating an oatmeal raisin cookie here, and like I don't even taste it. I'm just throwing things in my mouth to keep myself awake at this point.
Well, so we're pretty excited for Shazam 2. Suffice to say, even though it was a flop. Oh no! Let's get into the final topic of the day so we can go to sleep.
I like sleep.
Yeah. So last week it was being reported, or a couple weeks ago, it was said that Matt Reeves' The Batman movie was going to have up to roughly six villains in the movie. Now we know Penguin's going to be in the movie. We know Catwoman's going to be in the movie. Now last week word got out that Two-Face and Mad Hatter might also be in the movie. Oh, and Mad Hatter and Two-Face were going to be in the movie. And then the week before that, I think it was announced that Firefly might be in the movie as well. I believe it's Firefly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so recently we just got word that Two-Face and Mad Hatter would also be in the mix. Now, this was, in terms of where we've heard this, in terms of where I've heard this at least, I've heard a couple weeks ago, but before word got out that Two-Face and Mad Hatter were in the movie, I got word that they were actually there since the first draft. I didn't know if they actually got carried over. Then when I was doing a little bit of digging, word got out that they are in fact going to be in the movie, or at least in some reports. I forgot who ended up breaking the story, but so I think suffice to say they're probably going to be in the movie if they've been carried over from the first draft. So clearly, they're pretty integral to the story that Matt Reeves wants to tell. So, Josh, how do you feel about Matt Reeves tackling Two-Face and Mad Hatter for the Batman?
I'd honestly be I'm more intrigued to see Two-Face, because, and maybe it's because I just recently watched Batman
Forever.
I want to see a Two-Face done right, and not to say that the Two-Face in The Dark Knight wasn't done correctly. I love that iteration of Two-Face. I think Aaron Eckhart does a phenomenal job, and he gets overshadowed by Heath Ledger a lot. I mean, and I understand why, because Heath Ledger kind of just
that's Joker's movie,
transcended what it meant to be a comic book villain in The Dark Knight.
Right.
And I think, me personally, I think Two-Face can hold his own. Obviously we're going to be getting a hell of a lot more than just one villain in this film. 6 villains and possibly even more through other cameos.
Right.
I think it's great. I mean, I love the Joker, and I think the Joker is a phenomenal villain, but Batman's rogues gallery is just full of these rich and colorful characters that we haven't yet to see on the big screen or in live action in general. We've gotten Catwoman, Riddler, Two-Face, Penguin, and like a couple iterations of Bane. I don't really count the one in Batman and Robin because that was just like I don't know what that was.
It was just like some wrestler in a hockey mask.
It was just.
I believe didn't that thing start out as like a midget or something in Batman and Robin?
He wasn't a midget. He was a manlet.
He was
just like super tiny, and then like they just juiced him up, and he was just like this big, hulking idiot. And like that's not Bane. Bane isn't an idiot. He's actually one of the smartest Batman villains that he had that like exists.
There's no beauty, just the beast.
Yeah, trash. I don't want that. But no, I think I really want John Hamm as Two-Face. I've been saying that for years, and I keep saying this. I'm like 90% certain that I am the one who started the trend of casting John Hamm as Two-Face. I did it back in like 2015, 2014, and now everyone's starting to catch on. Like, fuck y'all, I did this shit. I built this fantastic.
Well, a lot of people wanted him as Batman. A lot of people wanted John Hamm as Batman.
Yeah, and I understand that because like they wanted to have like a Batman that was more close in line with what Ben Affleck was, which I understand. But and then again, if Warner Bros. Did cast them within like 4 years, they'd be in the exact same position they were in with Ben Affleck.
Probably.
And nobody wants that. That sucks. I don't want to have to deal with another Batman casting because that shit's frustrating.
Yeah, it probably is.
I hate it.
It's the worst.
Let's see. I'm not a huge Mad Hatter fan. Honestly.
I know him from the I'm not either, but I know him from the Arkham games. Or I think it was City.
I know him from like the Batman animated series and the Arkham games, and like he's like not even like a B-list villain. He's like, for me, he's like C-D list. Like he's not much of a threat. He's just one of those characters you're like, oh hey, look, it's Mad Hatter. Oh shit, it's Mad Hatter.
He can hypnotize people, right? Is that?
Yeah, he can hypnotize people, and like he has like an obsession with Alice in Wonderland, obviously because it's Mad Hatter.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wouldn't particularly be excited to see him. It'd be interesting, see our first live action iteration of the Mad Hatter. Actually, no, that's actually not true. There was one in Gotham, which was pretty good, but he just like spoke in riddles all the time, or not riddles, rhymes.
I was about to say, like, isn't that the Riddler's job?
And I was just like, after like the third one, you're just like, buddy, can you like just speak in a regular sentence, please?
I have not caught up on Gotham. I probably should.
But especially these past 2 seasons, dude, definitely worth it.
I mean, the Batsuit looks okay. That's certainly not controversial.
Yeah, it looks alright.
It's alright.
It's alright. But yeah, no, I'm stoked. It's Batman. I grew up on Batman. I have so much Batman stuff just sitting on my desk right now, trying to buy the numerous beer bottles. I am just like over the moon that Matt Reeves is really diving into the Batman mythos and just pulling out all of these gorgeous and like amazing characters that we wanted to see for so long. Like we're getting Firefly, dude. Like really?
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
We're getting Penguin. We're getting Catwoman. Riddler, Mad Hatter, and Two-Face, and like I'm.
This is like classic Rose Gallery, essentially.
Yeah, like I'm still hearing like people say that, or a few people that I actually trust mention that like that Bane and Scarecrow are still going to be featured in there somewhere because Warner Bros. Wanted to get some more action in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a wild ride, man. I'm curious. Dude, what if? Wait, okay, I'm gonna mention this because like I think this is knowledge, or at least somebody else said it. That like the Matt Reeves is really kind of diving into like the Jeff Loeb kind of style of Batman, so like Batman Dark Victory, The Long Halloween.
Oh yeah, I think
like
Matt Reeves himself actually said this is based on the or not based on, but like taking inspiration from the Long Halloween, like class of detective, like who done it kind of story.
I don't remember him specifically mentioning The Long Halloween, but I do remember him mentioning that like that kind of style, that kind of like noir detective Batman,
right?
And those books in particular are classic like detective Batman, at least in my eyes.
Right.
Batman Dark Victory is actually the first comic book that I ever read.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Alex was like really mad about that because he was just like, dude, like, so you like completely skipped over The Long Halloween because Dark Victory is a direct sequel to that. And I was just like, yeah, I know. My brother got it for me for my birthday at like 1 year. And I was just like, yo, Dark Victory. It was super cool.
I think the first comic, it might have been my first comic ever. And this is why Batman to me is like one of my favorite superheroes of all time. What was the comic before Nightfall? It was like basically Batman was going up against all these villains, and he was just completely exhausted. And Bane, he goes back to the Batcave, and Bane's just standing there. And he's fighting Bane with everything he's got left. He can't do it. Bane just breaks his back. Was this just Nightfall Part 1 or something like that, or?
I don't know.
I forgot the title, but it was like it was my very first Batman comic, and like I've seen the animated series like before that and everything, and I knew who the hell Batman was, obviously, but like I've never actually read a Batman comic, and like just seeing like Batman like going up against all these villains. Bane released these villains from Arkham Asylum, and Batman took them out all in one night or within a couple of nights. It was a very long. It might have. I don't know if it was the Long Halloween or something, but yeah, it was just one of the very first comics that I've ever read. It's like where I really fell in love with Batman, where I really understood who Bane was as a character, and like basically every other villain that Batman fought in that comic. But it's an amazing run. I don't know what it's called. Just look it up. Just look up Batman, comic before Bane breaks Batman's back. It's really something special.
I'm looking it up right now, and like I keep coming across like War Games, No Man's Land. I know it's not No Man's Land.
No, it's not I don't think it's War Games either. But like I vividly remember that comic book because it was just so like it just spoke to me like Batman could lose.
Damn,
like,
where's Alex when you need him?
Yeah, where's Alex when you need him? But I know this is legit. I don't know if it was Nightfall itself, and I know Nightfall is a very popular storyline in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it was Nightfall. I think it was just the story right before that, and like the ending of that comic was Bane breaking his back. It was this ginormous run. It was pretty powerful. It really spoke to me as a kid as well. That's really why.
I'll tell you what though, I haven't read Nightfall. There's I really want to. Me and Nathan are gonna go to a local convention next month, and like I'm going to make it my personal mission to find a copy of Batman Nightfall.
It's a great comic.
Physical copy because I really want to read it. Because like that was like the first like introduction of like Azrael and
you really get to understand Bane. Yeah, you really get to understand Bane himself too, which is dope. Like that's where I really understood Batman. That's where I really understood Bane, and like you really deal within the psychology of all the villains too, because Bane's
so beefy.
Yeah, Batman or Bane.
Bane, like I'm looking at the cover right now. Like, do you have the cover? I really wish you had the cover on the screen right now. Like his head is just so small compared to his. Compared to Bane's body, Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah, I see it.
His head is just.
It's like Kingpin. It's like Kingpin from whatchamacallit?
From Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. It's just the first thing.
Yeah, like oops, my bad. I really want to read this book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I'm not gonna list the other books that I haven't read because I might make people mad.
You might make Alex mad.
They're like, man, you call yourself a DC fan and you haven't read this and this and this. Like, shut up.
He's talking about specifically Alex is going to say that to you.
Probably.
I'll
never hear the end of it.
Yeah. But I don't remember what the issue was. But I'm hoping I hope there's, like, we've heard that 6 is the amount of villains. I hope it goes more than that. I hope it just becomes like a whodunit kind of movie. And I think that's what they're going to go for. Like, it's just this mystery Batman has to solve. And all
going to like different territories.
Him going to the different villains, like who done it? Like that just sounds so awesome.
Yeah,
and
like, that is Detective Batman. That is just Batman in a nutshell. Like him just
world's greatest detective. Detective Comics. It's there. Like, come on. But yeah, that will do it for us on the ABNC show episode, not the show itself. So any final?
We're ending right here. No more episodes after
No
this.
more episodes. Other than some solo episodes. Psych. I'm not doing a solo episode again. I'm never doing a solo episode again. So Josh, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at really sharp. That is the word sharp with an E at the end. Ooh, I got gas. You can find me on Instagram. Hey man, I'm transparent.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at DCEU News. Check out themediabite.com for editorials and news and exclusives. Like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show, we dropped an exclusive about some of the characters that Marvel is introducing to the MCU, whether it be movies or TV shows. We didn't actually get a full kind of breakdown of where they'd be debuting at. I think it's mostly TV.
Mostly TV, yeah.
But yeah, no, go ahead and check it out. It's I'm not one to brag, but it's doing numbers on the site, so I mean, that's always nice when people read stuff.
Yeah, it's a very big. I think probably the biggest scoop we've done on the site. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But do give it a read. It's a really insightful. I forgot who.
Do give it a read.
Do give it a read. I don't know who did the description. Like literally, we got our hands on the list, and whoever did the descriptions did a fantastic. I might have been Hamed or yeah, he did a fantastic job. Please give it a read all the way through. You might find some insightful knowledge in there as well.
Residential Marvel shill.
Residential Marvel shill. But yeah, do check out themediabite.com. Check out the article. Links will be in the description. I guess you did your turn. I guess you can find me on social media.
Yeah, plug yourself.
Yeah, you can find me on social media at Pakibruh, PAKIBRUH, bruh, on Instagram and Twitter. Josh, any final words?
Yeah. Are you gonna watch Jessica Jones?
Dude, here's the thing. All right, so like literally, I was Saturday? I think I was just browsing Netflix, and I just see Jessica Jones right there. I'm like, wait, when did they drop this? Was there ever a trailer? Like,
yeah, they put out a trailer. I think last week or the week before, and they were just like, yeah, the final season of Jessica Jones, and I was just like, yawn. Holy crap, that's loud.
Wait, was that me or?
No, that was me.
Oh.
I opened up Netflix and I was just like, I just got bombarded with some loud ass shit.
Oh, with the logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I liked season 1 a lot. I did not care for season 2. So I mean, I'm kind of hit or miss on the show. I might give it a chance, but there's other exciting stuff. I'd rather watch Swamp Thing first than Jessica Jones. I'll get to Jessica Jones, but probably not right now. Like Netflix just kind of dumped it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, the marketing for Jessica Jones season 2 was season 3 trash.
And
while you were talking about season 2, I remembered. Well, not remembered. I only watched like I think halfway through the first episode of season 2, and I was just like, I don't like this.
Did you like season 1?
Oh yeah, no, season 1 was great. I actually really liked it.
I really liked it.
But honestly, I think the reason why I liked it was because it was Marvel Netflix, and I was just like, I felt like I had to like it. So I kind of forced myself to get through it, even though, like, I mean, a lot of the episodes are just kind of really bland. She like I think what made me laugh about that show was the fact like her friend, he just looks like The Weeknd.
Oh, Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, he just looks like The Weeknd.
He does that with the hair and everything.
His cousin, so like I don't know, weekday. But. Yeah, I couldn't get through season 2, or let alone one episode of season 2, so I kind of just dropped it, moved on to something else. So I most likely will not watch season 3 at any point in my life, and if I do, it's not going to be anytime soon.
What sucks is that this, like, Jessica Jones season 3 it's officially the end of all the Marvel Netflix era shows. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of went out on Whipper.
Yeah, right. It's kind of just.
Like literally this time last year they were like all-time high, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, like all these, and then like a year later they're all gone. All gone. Like that's sad.
Even the Punisher's gone, and I think like next to Daredevil being canceled, Punisher getting canceled is like I'm like, dude, Dude, come on,
Yeah,
like Don Bernthal, really, you're really gonna do him like that? Like,
yeah, Punisher season 2 was actually really good, and Daredevil season 3, I freaking loved Daredevil season 3.
I haven't finished Punisher season 2 yet.
Do you like it, or like is it just like a?
Yeah, no, I like it. It's just like I started watching something else, or I started playing Hitman or something like that. I don't know. I just got sidetracked, so I ended up not going back to it. But I will eventually. I will eventually. Yeah. I mean, dude, I haven't even watched the season finale of Doom Patrol.
Wait, what? Like, oh wait, I caught up on Doom Patrol.
No, no. I'm saying I haven't. Wait, did you watch?
I've seen. Doom Patrol? There's 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Oh, so you saw the finale?
I saw the finale. I saw all the episodes.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't watched the finale yet.
Wait, so you've been watching it this whole time since the beginning, right? And yes. I haven't either. I haven't from the beginning. I started 2 weeks ago, and you're telling me I beat you to the finish line?
Yes, because I have not watched a single second from the finale, and and I'll tell you why. The reason why I haven't is because like I'm deathly afraid that this show is gonna get canceled.
Oh yeah.
Because like I want to at least have something that I haven't watched from the show, so I can experience something new from Doom Patrol.
The finale is pretty great. The finale is pretty great. You're missing out.
Yeah.
You can always.
We'll see if they win Warner Brothers you better greenlight this damn season 2. When they greenlight it, then I will watch the finale.
I don't know,
but not a moment sooner.
We haven't really heard anything in terms of what the status of Doom Patrol is. We know Titans is probably safe.
But, because it's cheap to make.
Yeah, it's really cheap to make, and you could tell too. But yeah. I don't know how much it makes. How much money it makes? How much money Doom Patrol costs to make? It's probably a lot.
I mean, the CG in that show is pretty damn good for a television.
Better than CW, I'll say that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we could do better than the CW.
Oh, I mean, look, I like the Flash. I finally caught up on the Flash as well.
Flash has its good moments.
Yeah, like this season was pretty good. I really liked it.
All right, let's end this thing.
Yeah, let's end this thing.
It's 20 minutes to
midnight.
It's
20 minutes to midnight. We're tired as fuck. But yeah, be sure to check out the Media Bite. Links are in the description for our exclusive article that's up there. And until next time, peace.
Peace.